Hi there, lovely people. This is the real Mars of Kemet, goddess of justice, truth, balance, and harmony. And today I'm going to talk about the about locusts, particularly the one I'll be concentrating in is the desert locust. And for all those of you who doesn't know what the desert locust is, according to Wikipedia, desert locust is a species of locust, a swarming short-horned grasshopper in the family of Acrididae. Plagues of desert locusts have threatened agricultural production in Africa, the Middle East, and Asia for centuries. So you can see this kind of locust has been there for a very long time. Even you can relate that to whatever you read in the Bibles about the plagues of locusts. So they kind of like the semi-arid place, the place which is look like desert. This is their favorite places, and to me, I think they do like eating these kind of trees we see in the semi-arid areas. I don't know whether they are called FIFA trees. I don't know. I haven't done research on that, but that is the tree that they like feasting and eating on it, and also the kind of climate for or the soil they do like rearing their eggs is the soil that is we see in those semi-arid areas. So today I'll be discussing about the measures we can control, because this problem have threatened the farmers, and it keeps threatening the farmer. It has been there for a very long time. As I read here, it's the this problem has threatened the many places for centuries, meaning these insects has been there. And the way we can overcome this problem, uh, because it's hard to control these insects, as their eggs can stay buried underground up to 20 years, but it depends on the temperature. It can take weeks or so in order for the eggs to hatch. And also the way they do multiply so fast is that the egg pod contains hundred of eggs. So you can see these locusts whenever they just come as a swarm, they means the swarm contains or millions and millions of these locusts, the female and the male. And maybe by the time they are coming in the farms, and they start wreaking havoc by eating and distracting all the the crops there, they have already hatched their eggs somewhere, and then they come. So if we eliminate them in whenever they are doing this, their eggs are somewhere waiting for them to be hatched, and this is how they have uh, been continuing to thrive without controlling them, without having 100% controlling them or containing them to numbers which are balancing the ecosystem. So tear gas and firing at this rockers won't help, like what the government ordered. It won't help a thing. And also aerial spraying with pesticide and insecticide will worsen the situation, because there are some other animals, there are some other insects in that ecosystem that do help to sustain the ecosystem there. So whenever we do this, the pesticide doesn't choose who is who they are eliminating, and this is how we are losing so many birds by such kind of things we are doing. And this is how we are also losing these bird species that are becoming extinct Birds are very important in our life, as to how the bees are very, very important into our lives. And we have to take care of every sentient animal in this planet, as they are here to play some major roles, whether they are out there in the desert or wherever they might be, they are, or in the water, they are there to play a part. So we have to be very considerate, and also to think twice whenever we are doing such things, as we need all of us, we have we are very important, as we are playing parts in this life, in this planet, or in our motherland, or in our world. So, and also making noise to chase them won't help, as these rockers, because of their migratory nature, are able to move from one region, then back again to the same place they were. And this is how they are like, you cannot solve this puzzle of these rockers. This is how most of the people have been doing, without thinking how, or how 100, how can we come with measures on how to contain. We cannot eliminate these insects, because they are part of nature. They are meant to thrive also. Like I said, we are very important in this life, as but we can come with a way of containing them into numbers which are, whenever they come to our farmers, they are not destructive. They can eat away the grasses and the trees, but they won't leave the destruction of us losing the crops to which we rely on as food. So, in order to bring the balance, we need to transform this wasteland, particularly the northeastern. Is the northeastern part goes all the way to Libya, Middle East, Sahara Desert. So we can see this is, the wasteland are still spreading. So the best thing we can do is plant more trees, variety of trees, not one tree, because what I saw in these regions, there is that one specific trees. We can plant more trees, and also we can sample or do carry some tests with these rockers, and see which trees they cannot eat, because some trees are bitter to insects. And like I said, for this specific tree that is in this region, it's this desert rock, it's its favorite, and they like coming, looking for this kind of tree, because they are able to eat even the bark of this tree. So introducing variety of trees will contain this kind of invasion. And also we can introduce predatory species that feast on these rockers. That is the birds, the reptiles like lizards, snake, frogs, chameleons. And this is what I have seen, because even here in the highland, this place I'm staying, it's a place which is have a lot of vegetation and a lot of variety of trees. And these rockers do also come, but because the environment or the ecosystem here is balanced, we have so many birds here, we have so many insects that feeds on these grasshoppers, rockers. So this is how these places, the highlands, have managed to bring the balance in the ecosystem. So by planting these trees, we will it will attract this kind of predatory species on that place. So it's not too late. You can start. Stitch on time saves nine. You can start. Don't say that it will take years. You can start. You can start planting those trees. And I would like to appeal to Ministry of Environment and Forestry, Keriako Tobiko, because your ministry is sleeping so much. You are much asleep. We only hear about your ministry, but you are just lying dormant. Please wake up. Start doing something on those regions, those wastelands, places we we know, like in the northeastern places. Remember, like I said, this is the best way we can distribute even the population of our people all around. We don't need people concentrating in the city life, but we need also people um, to habit other places. They can um, they can make more this place more of importance according to their livelihood. So this is a very good way. So wake up, the Ministry of Environment and Forestry, Keriako to your Biko and your team. Start doing your work, and also anybody who, or any organization, non-governmental organization that are out there, please, it's the time we start doing something on northeastern, those semi-arid places. Let us make those places more productive. Remember, Gaddafi was doing this to Libya, and he managed to do a lot in the desert area. He was able to transform desert into a more productive place for his people, and before he was killed by those nefarious beings. So we can look on what he did. We can borrow a leaf from Libya and see how we can do it, and by this we will be helping so many African countries. Remember, Sahara Desert is so, it has spread to even to the West Africa. So this is, if we start this, it will be a good example to our brothers and sisters who are out there. Sharing is caring. And also we need to plant more vegetation, variety of vegetation in this place, variety of vegetation, like we introduce uh, different species of vegetation. This is a good way, as also this will attract more species that are predatory to these locusts. So tear gassing them and firing to these locusts, aerial spraying to these locusts will leave a lot of problem in this place. Remember, even these pesticides, the insecticides are not so safe to human, and whenever we spray them, they are contaminating the air, and those residents there, they, whenever they breathe in, it can cause health hazard to them. It can be a health hazard to them, and also it can cause ailments. Remember, there are also children who are staying in these regions, and insecticides and pesticide is not the best solution. They are so much ridden with toxin, and according to how we have seen this insecticide and pesticide, they are doing a lot of damages to human health. That is why also I want to say we need to stop using this kind of insecticide and pesticide herbicides for in the ecosystem, in the nature, in the environments, as it is doing a lot of damage, a lot of damage, a lot of damage. So that is it, people. And if you have something else we can add on top of that, the comment section is down there. You can add that, feel free. And if you are an expert on that field, you can also volunteer to help the people of those people who are living in the northern region, as to how we can come up with measures of containing these insects. They are part of us, but we don't have to be harsh on them. but we need to have those measures that we can, that can be okay, that can help in sustaining their living, not eliminating them, because we don't want them to be extinct, but the way we can contain them in a number which cannot be destructive to the environment, also to the nature, to the habitat. So that is it, people. If you like my video, please like, subscribe, and share.